Welcome to KocoSports. I am the huge one kid, idiot Dave Koco from Wrestle AM, a podcast on YouTube, KocoSports, wherever you find your podcast needs. And we're always live on twitch.tv/KocoSports. And we ask you the most important question in the world. There's a lot going on in the world, but this is the most important question. Win, loss, or tie, what did you think of WWE Fastlane? This was a bit of a weird pay-per-view. It only had 5 matches, and it went long. There was Pizza Hut ads. There was an ad for Cyberfight, which might, or not Cyber, is it Cyberfight? No, not Cyberfight. Cyberpunk. There was an ad for Cyberpunk, which I thought marketing-wise was one of the best ads I've seen in a while. But this ain't about marketing, even though, should it be? I give it a weird win. If you didn't like the pay-per-view, completely understand. If it was your jam, completely understand. But it was a weird pay-per-view. Only 5 matches. It was weird. It was definitely weird. I'm giving a win. I could be talked into a tie. I don't think I would give it a loss. It really just depends on your style of pro wrestling. If you like sports entertainment, slower style, superstar names, I think this was a decent pay-per-view. So it really just depends what you're looking at. I'm giving it a weird win because it just doesn't compute. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. So there we go. All right, let's break it down as best we can. I'm reading this off cagematch.net. Big news going in. They showed Jade Cargill backstage. And of course, I like Jade Cargill. And I think the AEW did a great job booking her. The Nightmare Factory did a great job training her. They hit her weaknesses, and she did something amazing. I want her to do good in WWE, and hopefully their booking team can hide her weaknesses and make her grow. I do find it funny that you guys worship corporations over athletes, and a lot of people think she's a lot better than she was 2 days ago or last week, but it's just a weird time in pro wrestling that I can't seem to get over. Competition is good. Let's put it this way. When was the last time Undertaker showed up on NXT? There was no number 2. You guys would be getting a shittier number 1. But, I'm sure WWE is sending all their fans bonuses. Let's go. I think a lot of people thought the first match was the best match. I thought the women's match was really good. I thought those 2 were the best. And let's break it down. So you got Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso defeat the Judgment Day. It was a 20-minute, 43-second thing. Title match. We had an upset on the other company. Here we have an upset. But I don't even know if it's an upset. I think it's just... It shows that WWE loves single individuals over tag teams, and it always feels that way. Like when I saw this, I was like, oh yeah, Cody Rhodes is going to win. And it happens. I thought it was enjoyable. Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso, if you can watch their post interview, they were high on something. Life, booze. I don't know what the situation is, but they were having a good time, and it was probably some of the most entertaining things ever. And because WWE's press conferences are so corporate, it was just nice to see someone act like a human being. Now, granted, it was hilarious. I thought Judgment Day was going to win. I think if any other company, Judgment Day would have won. But knowing, WWE, 2 individual stars, even though Jey Uso just recently became an individual star, will always beat a tag team in this company. It just seems that way. And a lot of people were talking about history and, that the Usos and Cody wrestled 9 years ago. They came up together. But I thought it was kind of funny no one mentioned. And maybe it's just me, but doesn't this feel like Nikita Koloff and Dusty Rhodes? Like you have a guy that just turned face and then he teams up with a Rhodes and just fucking does a great thing. I don't know. I thought there were some ties to it. I thought someone was going to bring it up on commentary, and I thought someone was going to bring it up in the post-interview. I don't know if they screened their questions, but it just seemed like those questions were fucking horrible. Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso, absolutely amazing in the post-comments. The match, I think, would have been a huge upset if it was in any other company. But WWE has a tradition. A lot of people thought this was match of the night. I think the women's match was match of the night, but it was close. Next, you got a 6-man tag. LWO, Rey Mysterio, and Santos Escobar defeats Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. I thought the storyline was so over the top and stupid that Carlito was late. Like, he was late and makes the save. It's great to see Carlito. According to social media, he's going to sign a full-time contract with SmackDown. I thought he got kind of screwed over, but it was great to see him back in WWE, and hopefully he'll get a big shine. It's nice to see LWO, but like the Carlito thing, like he didn't have a phone. They called him. Someone on Reddit said it was cool people time. He was like, yeah, I don't show up on time. It's cool people time. I just thought it was kind of kayfabe-wise kind of silly. But we got Carlito back. It was a lot of fun. And hopefully we don't see the end of this. But it would be weird because like I want this feud to continue. But like one guy showed up like it was a 10-minute match and he might have only been there for 1 minute. So like if you can't beat him with a 9-minute power play, do we continue the feud? But overall, fun. I thought this was match of the night. Sky defeats Asuka and Charlotte. It helps Sky get over. There was distractions. I think Asuka and Charlotte are some of the best. The top 4 or 5 women in WWE are fucking bonkers amazing. Just really, really good women's division. And it was the match I was looking forward to the most. And I would love to see 1v1. Sky versus Asuka. Sky versus Flair. Asuka versus Flair. And now here's the thing. I know they've wrestled each other a lot, but I think the women they have with Bianca Belair, and you could probably list a few more, they're so talented that I wouldn't mind seeing it. I just want to see 1v1. I thought for a pay-per-view that had, a brand new tag team taking on the tag champs, a mystery with Carlito. I don't know. I thought this match needed more 1v1s. But I say that a lot in all pro wrestling companies. Next, you have John Cena, Propaganda Works, and LA Knight defeat the Bloodline. They're just putting stars together. They're really good. I think Triple H is really... I know this sounds crazy because Vince is so good at propaganda and marketing. I think Triple H might be even better at propaganda and marketing. I don't know how much he's marketing, but the things he says is absolutely fantastic, and it's working. And it's nice to see LA Knight. And I was once again shocked that the Bloodline lose. I did like Paul Heyman getting older. I did like the pop that what's his name got. The Colts punter podcast guy. I like the pop that he got. So overall, it was just in a good or bad way. It just felt way over the top WWE, and some people absolutely love that stuff. Some people hate that stuff, and some people like what ring is it in? But I don't know. I was okay with it. I was completely okay with it. It's just like sports entertainment, and it is what it is. Next, you got the WWE Heavyweight Title match. This broke SidsLight. That's why SidsLight isn't here. Seth Rollins defeats Nakamura in a last man standing match. Nakamura, I'm a big fan of Nakamura from his New Japan days. I can't say enough nice things for Nakamura. It's just, there's a lot of problems. There's a lot of problems with this booking, but let's start off. The athletes did a pretty decent job, but last man standing matches, can we all agree that might be the shittiest gimmick match ever? Like when I got the pay-per-view and I saw it was last man standing, I was like, oh fuck. Cause like, look at the crowd. They don't get excited till 8. I know it's only 7 seconds, but do yourself a favor. And, if you ever become a booker, you ever become any work in a wrestling business, always keep your eyes on the crowd. And when they do double downs, watch how fast they go to their phones. Like, it's just a shitty fucking gimmick match. It is. They did the best they could do with it. I just think the drama in a last man standing match is beyond rough. I wish they had any other type of match. Nakamura now has missed because I guess every Japanese guy has missed. But yeah, it is. And then one more problem is the athletes are amazing. I don't want to take away from the athletes, but the titles, there's just too many of them. This isn't a WWE thing. This is a pro wrestling thing. And on top of it, Roman Reigns, love him or hate him, I think what he's doing is a good thing. You know, granted, I mostly watch only pay-per-views, but recently since Bema, wherever Noah goes on, they have the WWE show, so I'll probably be watching a lot more. You just have like 4 or 5 Roman Reigns. He's just Roman Reigns Jr. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand why you have so many titles. And then you have, let's see, you have Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Walter. Like, it's the same fucking thing. It's the same thing. I don't know. I kind of knew that Seth was going to win, but it still made me fucking giggle. My tag team partner SidsLight was like, I'm out, dude. Like, I know he wasn't watching it live. He was watching, because, you know, we had 2 events at one time. 3 if you count New Japan. Yeah. And, like, he was just like, just tell me who wins. I ain't gonna fucking watch a Double Down Mania fucking match. And goddamn, they're a new champion. So, overall, it was a weird pay-per-view. It was a long pay-per-view, only 5 matches. The main event was the longest at 30. There was 2 good matches. Carlito returns. John Cena is a big deal for a lot of fans. LA Knight's there, so I guess I'm giving it a win, but it's a weird win. Like, it's just, I'm very interested in what you thought, win, loss, or tie, because it wasn't like any other pay-per-view. It was just a weird situation. Just an absolute weird pay-per-view. I'm going to give it a win, but I could be talked into a tie. I can be talked into a tie pretty quick. And I think people's opinions are going to go all over the place on this. I think maybe a little bit more 1v1s. And if we can, just retire last man standings. If all of pro wrestling could say, hey, last man standing matches, they're coming to an end. Because, like, if you call it a street fight, you have all the benefits of a last man standing match without 76 fucking double downs. It's a fucking win, boys. It's a win. Anyway, I'll be at Pro Wrestling Noah tomorrow at Shinjuku Face. This is hashtag not an ad, hashtag obviously Pro Wrestling Noah. They're on the same channel as WWE in Japan. The Great Mood in them. They might be working together in the future, but you guys can check it out for free. Hashtag not an ad on wrestle-universe.com. It will be free. They're trying something new. They're calling it Monday Magic. They're going to do 2 of them in October. I don't know if it's going to lead to a weekly show. They said it's a drama. They didn't advertise any of the things. So maybe they're doing something absolutely creative. Maybe, I don't know. It's piqued my interest. And if it piqued your interest, and you're up late, it is free on wrestle-universe.com. You don't even have to sign up. Just, boop, go on site, bam, check it out. Hashtag not an ad. Hashtag obviously. But who knows? You might see some guys that you might see in WWE soon, or there might be in NXT Japan. Who knows? I don't know. But check it out. Anyway. Like, comment, subscribe. We're KocoSports on Twitch, Twitter, X, TikTok, Instagram, and the mean streets of Yokohama. Well, tomorrow, I'm traveling so much. Yesterday, Nico. Today, Yokohama. Tomorrow, Shinjuku. I'm too old to travel this much, boys. I'm too old to travel this much. I thought I wouldn't be this tired in my retirement, but I am one tired son of a goose. With that, I am over. Hey, put on boom, boom, boom.